Now you know how much I love talking about Disney, but I also do love talking about tech. So today is a tech video talking about the Sony RX100 Mark IV. Now this is not a super deep dive comprehensive review of the Sony RX100 Mark IV. It's just some of my initial thoughts and having it for 5 days and using it a lot in those 5 days, but not liking it at all. Now I'm not paid by anyone to say this, these are just some of my thoughts over the past few days. Let's talk about the good points first. The Sony RX100 Mark V is small. I like the fact that it's small. You already know I've been having a problem vlogging on my big camera. Love my big camera, but store managers don't like it when I walk into their store with this big camera. They think I'm filming for some expose or something. I don't know what they think I'm doing, but I'm just making my vlog and it's very hard to do on the large camera in some places. I'm finding that. So I'm trying to find something smaller. For a while I was using my iPhone, but I realized very quickly that looking at the back camera right here and trying to vlog is very, very difficult to do, and getting it to import to my Mac, very confusing, it's annoying. It takes up all this memory, I don't get to use my phone, the battery dies all day, so that's not, no, it's backup, no. So I wanted to try and find something else, especially with something with a screen that flips around like that so I can see myself while I'm vlogging. There are many good aspects about the RX100 Mark IV. The fact that it records 4K, the fact that you can see yourself, it has this little turning thing on the front here where you can change it to different settings, like exposure, ISO. There's settings on the back that you can change all the buttons in the button layout, which is great. It has some pretty good autofocus features, there's a lot more into it, and it's not a bad camera. Now this isn't the latest camera that Sony has, they have the RX100 Mark V, but I decided to get the Mark IV because it looked like it had everything that I would need in a smaller camera. So on my big camera right now, I have a lens on it with a 10 to 18 millimeter lens. Basically, the low number describes how wide the picture is, so this is wider versus a closer picture. The Sony RX100 Mark IV, the low number on it is 24. So there's a distinct difference between what you can see in the picture of a 10mm and a 24mm. Now I'm holding the cameras right next to each other. They are right there in the same plane. This is as far as my arm extends. Usually I don't even have my arm that far out when I'm vlogging, and this is not at 10mm right now. If it was 10mm you would see so much more. But this is as far away as this camera gets. So for me, it's about the amount of area that you can see around me. Now at this point you know how much I love sharing the magic. I really, really do. I love vlogging, I love taking you with me, and I want to do it more. Clearly I'm trying to find a way to do it more. But I also love being able to share it in widescreen. Just look at my older vlogs. That is all at 10mm and you can see all the way around. Even when the camera's really close to my face, you can see all the way around. And I'm not usually holding it fully extended, not all the time. But you can see when I'm like circling around myself, that's fully extended. So that is a big difference. 10mm lens, 24mm lens. Because of that reason, I am planning on returning the Sony RX100 Mark IV. Is the Sony RX100 Mark IV a good camera? Absolutely, it is a good camera. It gets the job done, great autofocus. You have that EVF, the electronic viewfinder right there, so you can look through and see the pictures that you're taking. There's a lot to love about this camera. Is it a good vlogging camera? For some, yes, and a lot of vloggers love the Sony RX100 Mark IV, or Mark V, or even Mark III. It does a good job for them. But is it a good vlogging camera for me? No, it's not. It's just not wide enough. I want a wider picture when I'm vlogging and sharing the magic with you. Now once I return the Sony RX100 Mark IV, I still have the same problem. I have a larger camera, which I love, but I can't take into many places that I go, and I have my phone. I gotta find an in-between with a wider lens, and I haven't been able to find it yet. I've been looking all over the place to try and find something smaller with a wider lens. If you can find something and know about something, let me know, but so far I haven't been able to find anything. So that's my quick overview of the Sony RX100 Mark IV. Does it make a good camera? Yes. Would you like it if you wanted to use it? I think you would. I really do. It does a great job. I wouldn't recommend recording in 4K though, because it really heats up. I heard about that from other vloggers, but it really heats up. It gets super hot. Now let me know in the comments below, do you have the Sony RX100 Mark IV and do you love it, or maybe you were thinking about getting it and now you're having second thoughts, or maybe you're still thinking about getting it. You're saying, okay Michael, the 24mm doesn't bother me at all. I can just go with the standard camera. I'm gonna love it just as it is. Thanks so much for being a part of the magic with me. Until next time, have a magical day. Say cheese!